Hey, welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we shared crossing the border into Canada, and we also shared some much needed trailer repairs.
This time we're going to travel about the first half of the Alaska Highway. We'll start in Dawson Creek, which is mile 0, and then we'll make some stops at Muncho Lake, Liard Hot Springs, and the Signpost Forest.
That's a lot of content. We better get started. We'll kick things off at Dawson Creek.
So here we are. We made it to Dawson Creek in mile 0 of the Alaska Highway.
This is something we have dreamed about doing for years, and it is so exciting that we're finally here.
Yeah, it's not the greatest weather. It's like 46 degrees, windy, and light rain, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're not going to let that dampen our spirits. This is great. We're so excited.
Yeah, we're really excited to just head north and see the rest of British Columbia and into the Yukon.
Yep. And then Alaska. I just can't say it enough. This is so exciting.
Here's the actual historic mile 0 mark.
We made it. We made it.
It's only been, what, 5 months?
A long time.
Of driving?
And years of dreaming. Let me read a little bit from the milepost about the history of the Alaska Highway. It says, construction of the Highway began March 9th, 1942 and ended on October 25th, 1942, when it was possible for vehicles to travel the entire length of the highway. Considered one of the great achievements of the 20th century, the Pioneer Road was initially built as a military necessity in response to the bombing of Pearl Harbor and the Japanese threat to Alaska and Pacific shipping lanes. It also says that it was not opened for public use until 1948. So until 1948, it was only kind of a military road. All right, let's go. On to mile 1. So we're about 10 miles into the Alaska Highway, and so far this is what it looks like. Nice paved road, just kind of rolling hills. This area has had lots and lots of wildfires lately, and we're starting to see a little bit of the evidence along the roadsides. Smoke has been really heavy in the last, I don't know, week or so. So you can see why. It's burned a lot of underbrush and grass and that kind of stuff. You can see the fire came right up to the road.
Not as far as you can see, it's all black.
Yeah. Like every direction. No wonder there was so much smoke.
Well, we made it to Bucking Horse River Wayside Provincial Park. This is where we plan to spend the night tonight. But here's the sign. We drove down the gravel road down this way, and there's a closed gate. So I guess this park is not open yet for the season. Either that or it's closed because of the forest fires, not sure which. So the other thing is, across the road here was supposed to be fuel, diesel fuel, and we drove over there. Yep, no diesel fuel. Looks like they've got propane at best, and that's it. So no fuel for us, so we'll have to push it a bit and go to Fort Nelson. So hopefully we can get, Fort Nelson's a pretty good sized town, so hopefully we can get some diesel there. Otherwise we're going to be in trouble.
Hopefully they have a place for us to stay there too, because I don't know where we're going to stay otherwise.
Yeah, so there's an RV park or two in Fort Nelson. We may have to hit one of those, I guess.
Yeah, the book, the milepost here, says that this provincial park is supposed to be open May through September. This is May 23rd, so we didn't think there'd be a problem, but I guess probably the wildfires closed it.
All right, so I guess we'll push on.
That's right, be flexible.
There's something on the left. Coyote here or something walking.
I don't even see what you're talking
It's-
about. Oh, I see it. It looks like a fox. It's got a big tail.
Yeah, it's another great fox. This is what, bear number 3 for today?
Bear number 2 for today.
One yesterday.
Yep, it's right there on the side of the road. There's another one yesterday too.
Today is May 22nd, and we made it all the way to, we're staying at Triple G Hideaway RV Park. So there's not a lot of choices here in town, but this one's not bad. And they got a little restaurant here and some little gift shops and stuff. Not a bad RV park at all. Over here is home for the night for us.
Well, we just got on the road for day 2 of the Alaska Highway. Spent last night in Fort Nelson, and we're headed, I don't know, north and west. Our plan is to stay at Muncho Lake tonight, but it's first come, first serve, so we'll see if we get a spot. Do we have our first bison of the trip? I'm gonna hand it to you. Just hit our first truly rough section of the Alaska Highway. It's quite washboarded, it's gravel. I guess they must be working on it. What does the driver have to say about it?
It's not that bad. We're going 10 miles an hour. There's a porcupine. Today is Wednesday, May 24th, and tonight we are going to be spending the night at Muncho Lake. Muncho Lake is in northern British Columbia, so we've made it quite far north now. And here we are, and I remember my Aunt Bert always talking about Muncho Lake and how this was her favorite place to camp of all the places she's been. And they, trust me, they were in a lot of places, a lot more places than we've ever been. But it's a beautiful lake. I'll take you down here. So yeah, it's currently, I don't know, probably in the 50s and light rain. But it's not too bad. And the bugs aren't bad at all here, at least not right now. So check this out. This is Muncho Lake. It's overcast right now, but you can still kind of tell that the color of the water is kind of turquoise. Very pretty. Such a beautiful lake.
So what are we going to do today?
We're going to go hike on a portion of the old Alaska Highway, the original highway.
Yeah, I think there's supposed to be some really great views of Muncho Lake from up there too. So it's gonna be cool. At least we'll get to see portions of the old Alaska Highway.
Yeah, should be cool.
Before they widened it and straightened it and did all the things that make it more pleasant to drive. So we just walked a short distance from our campground, which is just across the Alaska Highway over there. And Muncho Lake is behind me. And we are currently standing on the Strawberry Flats alluvial fan. The trail we're going to is somewhere over there. We have to go find it. Not really sure where yet.
What'd you find, Heather?
There's a stick over here with like some pink tape or something on it, so maybe that's where we're supposed to go.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out which way to go here. We think this might be our marker. I don't know.
Find out.
Yep, let's walk up there and see what it's all about. There it is. We found the start of the trail. Looks like it goes up this hillside. All right, it's been a little bit of a steep climb to get up here, but we're on the trail. And it's got a pretty nice view of the lake already.
Yeah. I really hope the camera is capturing the green color of that lake because it is bright and gorgeous. And I think I was reading in a book yesterday that it said that it's because of copper oxide that leaches out of the rocks that gives it that beautiful green color.
So we think we're walking on a section of the old original Alaska Highway. You can see it looks like it's very narrow, but I think a lot of the soil and stuff and dirt has just collapsed over the years, kind of filled it in.
And here's a section that is definitely old roadbed. You can tell for sure.
Our time at Muncho Lake is over, and we are headed north.
Hopefully we're going to stop at Liard Hot Springs for the night. We'll see if they have availability.
It's not too long of a drive. What is it, like an hour?
It's just like an hour. Yeah, not very far.
Yeah, so a bit of short travel day today.
Moving slow. Clearly a lot of wildlife in the area because they have electric fence all around the campground. We made it to Liard River Hot Springs Provincial Park. We managed to get a nice campsite. And we're gonna go check in. It's a really nice campground. Nice big spots. Lots of space. You can see our site right there.
We just walked a short ways from the camper over to here on a little path, and now there's a boardwalk to the hot spring.
It's a pretty short walk for us.
All right, let's get going.
Let's go.
You can push on the orange.
This is a marshy area, and then our camper is just right over there, kind of through those trees. Not far at all. We're getting close.
It's got that sulfur smell.
Yep. Yep, here we are. It feels nice.
I definitely wouldn't want to jump in the hot zone yet.
Right. Just go over to the edge?
Sure. So it's kind of a rocky bottom.
Yeah. It's really neat. Okay.
Ah,
It's hot.
it is hot.
Pretty warm. What do you think?
It was pretty nice. It was a little crowded for a little while, but then it kind of thinned out. The water was nice. You had areas that were cooler and then areas that were just
Wicked hot.
wicked hot. Yeah, just about blister your skin.
Yeah, but you could find a place to go that was comfortable for you.
So yeah, it was nice.
So we're gonna go back and have lunch, and we might be back later. Our stay at Liard River was awesome. The hot springs, the moose, everything was amazing, but it's time to move on.
So we are rolling out of Liard Hot Springs Provincial Park, and we are headed to Watson Lake.
A whole bunch of bison over here. I think I'm just gonna have to put too many to count on my list. There's one over here too. I think we have our first grizzly bear sighting here. We've seen several bears, but they've all been black. Be careful, honey. But they've all been black bears so far, so I think this is our first grizzly. A whole bunch of them. We made it to the Yukon. Jeff's checking out all the stickers. People have loaded this sign up full of stickers.
What do you think?
It's pretty cool. It's exciting. We're in the Yukon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Welcome to the Signpost Forest at Watson Lake. In 1942, during construction of the Alaska Highway, Carl Lindley, a homesick soldier, added his hometown sign to an Army signpost. His sign was the first of many in what became the signpost forest. Now, travelers from all over the world add their own signs in an effort to leave their mark. At last count, there were over 80,000 signs in the forest, but the numbers grow daily. We witnessed several people hanging signs during our visit.
The signpost forest is much, much larger than what we were expecting. I thought maybe a 75 by 75 foot section of posts. No way, man, it's way bigger than that.
It goes forever.
Yeah, it's really big. It's like there's a bunch on that side, a bunch on this side. I would hate to guess how much land this is. Probably 2 acres of signs or something. It's a lot.
So what do you think of the signpost forest?
It's sensory overload. I don't know where to look first. So many signs. You wouldn't have a chance at finding somebody that you were looking for. Here's somebody's toaster. People will hang up anything.